I am a regular person, you know.
Do you get depressed if you say you're a regular person? Do you get
Nah, you know, I feel I don't let the titles I have define me.
depressed? Do you have friends who define you?
It's Tuesday talk.
Hello folks, welcome to the Tuesday Talk with me, Zach TROP. Yeah, every Tuesday, you know the deal, right? And today I have an interesting guest, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Rituals, Faren Kudzai.
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And
Do you know what's interesting about you? Like the most interesting thing people tell from afar, your smile.
oh, thank you. I've been told I'm a happy person, and I like to believe that. So
That's
thank you.
really interesting. Yeah, so what's the best description of Faren Kudzai in maybe a few seconds?
Okay, I always find this very tricky to answer, but Faren Kudzai is, and I'd like to think I'm loud. In fact, I am. I am a very loud person. I am a very interactive and social person. I am someone who loves to push beyond my limits and I love to learn. I love to grow. That's me.
You love to grow.
And I'm very short. Yes.
Yeah, I want to talk about the height as well.
So I'm short. I am the only girl in a family of brothers.
Wow.
And that's me. And everything else falls in place.
Wow, so the most unique title, people would admire is being the CEO of a certain thing, company, whatever they can be running. So what's so unique about you being, CEO of Rituals? Rituals is well known to almost everyone.
Okay, so for me, I think my position now and in every sphere of my life has always been alluded to mentorship. I think that's.
Do you have like a mentor or something?
Yes, I think that's one of the things I always talk about. I think mentorship for me is an anthem that I always talk about. People close to me, they'll always tell you that mentorship is an anthem. My mentor, who's now the chairperson of Regions, and who I took over Regions from Mr. Stephen Marley.
Oh yeah, Mr. Stephen Marley.
Has been someone who's held my hand even till now. He's held my hand from the time I was taking baby steps to the time that I'm.
Really?
Yeah, to the time I am here now. So for me, mentorship in whatever sphere of my life and everything else that I do, whatever title that can be contributed to my life, that story cannot be told without mentorship. Because even now, the daunting tasks, because sometimes it feels like, oh wow, I'm in over my head. But my mentor has always been someone on whose shoulders I have comfortably sat on or stood on and been able to see the world on such.
Have you ever maybe sat with him to say over challenges? Let's say from the time you took up Ritual over again. Did you have to face your own challenges apart from what he was taking you to expect?
Yes, I mean, the thing about the entertainment space, because that's the space I operate in, is it's always changing. The gospel industry is always changing. There's someone who's got a new track out. There's new initiatives, and especially because we are in an era that technology is changing constantly and every day, you have to be on top of your game. Trends on social media are changing. Music, the way we know it, is changing. Distribution platforms and everything else is constantly changing. So you have to be on top of your game. I said, having a mentor helps you. It's like someone it's like jumping 10 steps ahead. You do need challenges, but because you have someone who's wiser than you and who sees things from an experience point of view, it's easier for you to ride the wave of those challenges that you want to do.
Rituals is quite known, especially to the gospel industry, the gospel side to say. Why do you just focus on gospel music?
So the thing is this, right? I'll go back to the inception of Rituals. The reason that Rituals was created is because Mr. Stephen Marley realized there was a God. Because the truth of the matter is...
So he's the starting point.
Yes. Because the truth of the matter is this, right? And especially because when they started, there was this movement for gospel people and these gospel artists who were just starting out. The House, I think that time.
House.
Yes, was just starting. Yes, but the platform for them to properly distribute their music wasn't there. Because a lot of platforms do publicize and do talk about gospel music, but most of the time, secular music is much more out there. It's got a bigger platform to be distributed. So he wanted to create a platform where we would promote our own.
Yeah.
You know, we would promote gospel and what we stood for. Because for us, Rituals is about uniting Africa. But how best can we unite Africa through music and gospel music and the right content and the right message? So it's about injecting the right content and the right message on a platform that will strictly be about that.
Okay. So gospel is known to Christians, especially to people who can hear from the music people make out of. There's this thing that people say you need to pay to listen to such music. Does Rituals has a certain way on how it gets artists? Maybe let's say if I want my music to be played on Rituals, do I have to pay you? Do I have to just get my music out there for free?
So there are systems that we have put in place, and for many of the artists that are on our platform,
was it like from the starting point of it?
Yes, for artists that have been on our platform, we've got a lot of artists, and Rituals doesn't just have Zambian artists. We've got South Africa, we've got Malawi, we've got Nigeria, and we even have people like Pastor Harold Chala from Australia.
Wow.
So
big.
Yeah, but our main focus obviously is Africa and the like. But we have, so for us it's more of how can we get your message and your music out there. Yes, we do have systems in place on how, like any other platform, we just don't accept just everyone, You can't just wake up and say, no, I'm on Rituals because I'm a gospel, I'm a gospel artist. Because but some artists or some messages don't exactly qualify to be considered gospel.
Yeah, it's true.
So we do have systems.
Especially when the fact that maybe focusing on characters as well.
Exactly. So we do have systems in place, and once people contact us, we are able to work together with them from the starting process up to the very end. A lot of artists will tell you that now, some people have sent their music 4, 5, 7 times before they finally got accepted. So it's about us obviously also seeing through, and we have procedures. Like every company, we do have procedures. Yes, there's payments that need to be made, but obviously it's all part of the procedure.
Did you also get to host shows? Because the time I started listening to, or rather downloading songs from YouTube, was when my brother introduced me to it, and that was way back. Over the past maybe to say fewer years, I haven't seen maybe Rituals organizing a bigger event. Let's say, I have seen events. I've attended one of the events. Was it a busy summer? I don't know. Yeah, where you get to organize artists and even a little secular also in there.
Okay, so here's the thing. So Rituals is, let me just get this right and get it straight. Rituals is strictly gospel. Strictly gospel. I think just around the time that we had the corona issue, we had Simply to Worship with Rachel and Mika. It was such an amazing time, and obviously it was just a moment of reflection and just worship. Our plans got slowed down because of COVID. Obviously, that were placed because of COVID. So when the COVID-19 came in, we couldn't go forth with some of the plans that we had, and obviously now things are getting back to normal. But during the course of that time, we haven't decided. We've done a couple of online shows, we've done online relationship talks, we've done online worship sessions, we've done online concerts, and we've done our master classes with Mag 44. So a lot of artists and the like have been able to interact and be part of it. So we have, like I said, new challenges come. It's about you riding the wave. So we had COVID-19, and we had to come up with strategies on how to ride the wave and just best work through it. So something, I don't want to make any promises, but obviously as times come and as situation demands, we will come up with initiatives.
So aside from being the CEO of Rituals, I mean nowadays when you talk of Faren, everyone knows you now. I mean the industry is like this linked, but Faren is well known. I
want to disagree, but
no, people know you. So a situation where you are like
okay, so Faren, obviously like you said, I am a student, I am a TV and a content creator, and I produce the show myself.
Wow.
And yeah, with Vertex, I've had the opportunity. I'm a lot of things, yes, but most importantly, I am a child of God.
Wow.
On regular days,
Which church do you go to?
Mount Zion Christian
From
Center.
C.E.O.
Yes, yes.
I say you're from
Yes. So, other than that, I serve in the church. I am a daughter. I am a sister. I am an auntie. You know, I don't mind. I love a good book. I love to sit down and just read a good book.
Do you read books?
I love books.
What book are you reading now?
I have like a number of books that I am reading. I have a number of books that I'm reading, but yeah, I love good books. I don't know how many times I've read Things Fall Apart. I always feel like the ending will change, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
I love, you know, I read various books. I read from motivational books to Christian books, and I have people like Joseph Chris who I absolutely love, his books that I love, and yeah, so The Richest Man. Oh, you asked me about my current read. I'm reading The Richest Man in Babylon.
Oh.
Yes, and so I am a regular person, you know.
Do you get depressed if you say you're a regular person?
You know, I feel I don't let the titles I have define.
Do you have friends who define you?
Here's the thing about, you know, as you are rising, it's about knowing who your circle is, and I've been fortunate enough to have people who know me for me, who know me as Faren, Kudzai, who don't attach my name to my title. People who know my crazy times and my weaknesses, and you know, like I said again, Mr. Male has deliberately created a family amongst us, his mentees. So I always have them to fall back on and just to set me straight and just to support me. And I have friends who know me. You know, it's about knowing who is in your corner.
Yeah.
And I've been privileged enough to know my people who are in my corner and who always help me pick me up. So yeah.
So okay, there's this thing about being, you know, mentored, and then you're just letting everything to yourself. Do you also help people in terms of what they really want?
First of all, before anyone petition me to be their mentor, I don't mentor people, just yeah. But I'd like to believe I make my impact in my own way. You know, it would be a waste that Mr. Male or Ma'am Gladys Kaswani through Set Apart or Mr. and Mrs. Piri through the Clickers have impacted my life, and I don't go out and do anything. I'd like to believe in everything that I do. I put my